Hey, what's happening, everybody? Long time no see. We're back with a store review. Sorry for the delay the last couple of weeks, but working on that big project called Flipping Vinyl Records took a lot of time. And I just found this. I make my own little opening videos like you see. And I just found this one today. Too bad I didn't have it last week. How cool would that have been? What if I would have had that when we were doing the flipping records? That would have been awesome. All right, now you might recognize Theressa. She's been here before, but we sorted cassettes, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So actual store review tonight, but we're also going to look at a few records that she just picked up the other day. So let's dive. We'll see who's in the chat. Hi, Ma. Hi, Lori. Hi, Mom again. Hi, Nay. Hey, Mom again. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom again. Hey, Jane. All right. Let's get it going here. All right. So for starters, I see no artwork for you, your business, or your store. So if nothing else, if you don't get anything professionally done like by Nadine or something, at least go borrow some artwork from the internet that at least represents kind of what you're selling. Currently, you're selling a bunch of clothes, so you can do that. Because also when you click on your name, so here we are looking at it at your store. If we click on your name, there's nothing even here too. It's so sad and empty.
Yes, I actually just watched the video. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was like a week ago, and I saw that like Nadine was like doing the artwork. Yeah. So of course I need to contact her because I'm on multiple platforms. So I want to definitely get something going.
Yep. That yeah. If you're on multiple platforms, to give yourself a unique branding, absolutely. All right. So let's talk about Simon, because I loved playing Simon when I was a kid.
I loved it when I saw it. It was my first garage sale. I was
nice.
Like, God, and I had to play with it as soon as I got home.
All right, so chat, what's missing from this description?
Oh,
what is missing from this description of the game Simon? Now, in order to figure out what's missing, you got to know the game. You got to know how it works. So if you don't, you're going to be kind of at a loss.
I am missing a video.
You sure are.
I am missing a video, and I have not watched that segment yet. That is something that I have planned to do. It's on my calendar for this week, is to watch how to do the videos, to like add the videos in.
Because this is such a perfect item. It makes sound. It lights up. And what you should do is you should figure out a way to lock your phone in like this, okay? So if you got a tripod or something, and then have you and someone else play. So all you see is your hands playing the game. And you want to lose because you want the video to have the burr, burr. You want that in there. So, so play for like 15 seconds, and then one of you, who's ever playing with you, make a mistake, and that way you hear the burr, burr. So it'll be fun, because that's the kind of thing that sells it. People see the video and they're like, oh man, I love playing Simon. I'm going to get this. That's the kind of thing that you're hoping for. There are nays in the chat. She said, reach out. I'll add you to the list. There you go. Okay, so I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the whole point we do these. You have about 500 items in your store. About 400 of them have policy violations.
Okay. The stock images.
Well, two things. Yes, the stock images. So, no one here watching right now, not my mom, not me, not Jane, not Nadine, not Mariette, are going to report you. But if someone does, you're in for a world of problems, because 2/3 of your entire store is a policy violation.
I have been slowly correcting that. I am with List Perfectly, and when I transferred everything over from another platform, so I definitely have to remove those.
Yeah, because and if you're not aware, if you're not familiar, the policy violation is these are used products, and she's borrowing the image from Gap in this instance, and so it's not true representation. And I think I have it up, but one of the pair of jeans you have, the bottoms are so frayed, which isn't a problem, but the opening picture is of a brand new pair where the bottom's not frayed. And so when you have those customers who don't get past picture number one, you're just asking for a lot of headaches. And we don't want headaches. Headaches are the last thing we want. Okay, but here's the good stuff. Shipping's on point. I really, which is very odd, I really couldn't find any shipping issues. Like, I looked around, and man, of all the things we're going to talk about tonight, shipping wasn't any of it.
So I'll be honest. I when the items, well, first of all, when you started talking about the international shipping and not using the global ship, I started going through and changing everything. But then when the item specifics came up, then I literally went through. At that time, I had like 600 listings. I went through every single one. I changed all the shipping. I did all of the item specifics. And then, of course, the item specifics changed again. So I just finished doing those again and double checking the shipping as well. And I'm happy to say that I had a coat go to Germany and I have another coat going to Israel, leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, but like I said, I can't find anything now. If you all want to feel better about your item specific woes, let me show you mine real quick. We'll take a little side trip into my my eBay. Hold on a sec here, because then you won't feel so bad. All right, let's see how many I've got to work on. Are you ready? Da 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 da. Come on, slow. 958.
Oh,
yeah. Because all my listings are duplicated on 6 foreign platforms. So right now, the ones I have to fix always hover around 1,000. So if you got to fix some, look, it's a pain in the butt, but just know I have to fix 1,000. You'll feel better. Trust me.
I was doing like 50 a day.
Yeah. Yeah, my assistant's going to start doing 50 a day. So, all right. Oops, I want to get back to your opening shot. I really like your shoe pictures. They're quite good. Whoops, stop moving. You show all the angles very, very well. The only thing I would recommend, I was looking at the bottoms of a few of your shoes. I would get a good brush and scrub the bottoms up a little bit.
Okay.
They don't have to be clean that you can eat dinner off of. And none of them were disgusting, but man, take that extra 2 minutes, scrub the bottoms up, make it shine, and it'll just be a better selling point. But your shoes look good. Your titles look good in this instance. And again, shipping's good. You got 60-day returns. You get right to the point. One thing I didn't notice this till now. Google says they don't like the circles or the numbers when you're doing the bullet points. So you type them that way, just don't have the little dot or the little number.
That's because of List Perfectly. It automatically comes up. So I would have to go in and actually
so if that's what List Perfectly is doing, then they're not listening to what Google says. I mean, these are the words out of Google's mouth at eBay Open. They're like, here's the things we don't want you to do, or these are the things we want you to do. And it's not so much on eBay directly, because it really isn't, but when people are using Google's algorithms say, okay, we're not going to push the stuff to this person looking for it if, and then here's the things, if there's bullet points with the little circles, if there's bullet points with numbers, if you don't put men's or women's in the title, we're not pushing them to the person looking for it. And so when Google says, hey, do this or don't do this, I for sure listen more than anything, because some people Yahoo, some people Bing, but most of us Google. So
and that's funny because, sorry, but on my forum, sometimes the bullet points actually don't show up. So I will actually send them a little message about that. But I did have a question, because I do know that in titles, you would mention in titles no, I can't even think of the word now. Periods, exclamation points.
Right, no punctuation.
Correct, no punctuation. Thank you. I hadn't having a brain fart. I had quite the day. So if I'm listing a 9.5.
So this is good question. This is the rare time where it's kind of okay. It'll still pause the search engines, but there's no really other way to write it.
Correct.
I saw someone use, I don't know if I was doing a store review or what, but last week, someone had a fraction in their title. I'm like, how do you even get that? A legit fraction. I'm like, that's weird. But yeah, so 9.5, and then this is the 3.0 version. Yeah, that's okay. What they don't want, and we're going to talk about some of your listings coming up here in a second, is all the parentheses and quotes and all that crap that isn't needed. So when it is needed, in this case for sure, if you're writing something like a title of a song like Don't Stop Believin' CD single, well, of course, you're going to put the apostrophe between the N and the T and don't. I mean, you're not going to misspell things. So yeah, so this is okay. This is great. I do like it. Oh, I think these were probably could use a little, was it this one? Wait, where'd the bottom picture go? Come back. There we go. No, that wasn't too bad. Oh, maybe it was the blue ones. Yeah, one of them needed a good little scrubbing. Okay. So the other policy violation, did I say this yet? No, I don't think I did. No words in your pictures.
Again,
So the ones where you're
over, I've got to correct.
Yeah. So the ones where you have words and you borrow the picture, holy moly, you're going for the policy violation queen. You're just going for it. Like, woohoo. Yes. eBay said no words and pictures, and you have a lot of words and pictures. So make sure to get that off. Now, so let's look back at the tennis shoes. They were on a very plain background, which is fine. And then you went for a little more artistic with these high heels. So which one's newer, the tennis shoes or the high heels?
Tennis shoes.
Okay. I don't mind artistic because I do it with my tiki mugs, but you don't want the artistic to be so much that people are like, "Oh, look at that plant," and they start forgetting about the shoes because you got 3 other textures now besides your shoes, 1 or 2 maybe. Now you got 3 things, and now my eyes are wandering around.
Correct.
So just keep that in mind. I don't hate it, but just sometimes less is more kind of thing. And then the prime example, the Talbots. But like, look, if you want to brand yourself as the person with the little plant in the corner, cool. Do that. I got no hate for that. That's cool. It gives you an identity. That could be worked. If that's what you like, that could definitely be worked into your artwork for your brand. You know, whatever you want, and then a little plant in the corner. And everyone knows you're the little plant in the corner lady. Everyone knows I'm the tiki mugs with a little lay in the background guy, you know, which many people have cribbed my style, but no one has done it as good as I do.
I originally only started doing that because I saw it in somebody else's photos, and I actually liked it because it kind of gave you an idea of color scale. Like sometimes it's hard to like see like the color scale on things. Like, you know, if I just did like those, I mean, those pants are technically like a taupe, but you can't really see it on a white, and you can't really see it on a black with like the light. So yeah,
I get it. What you're saying, I get it. Okay, so we're gonna talk caps because you got into a little bit of a mess with your caps. And here's the one thing I don't understand. I can't imagine anyone's faking a LaSalle University hat. That just doesn't seem like something to be faked. But there is nothing that ties the year 1826 to LaSalle University. Nothing.
It just says it on the front on the bill.
Right. LaSalle University was founded in 1863. That's why I don't understand what this 1826 is. So I Googled LaSalle University in 1826 and nothing comes up. That year has nothing to do with this university. So I'm just like, huh? What? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Now, is this for sure a bootleg hat? I don't know. But that date has nothing to do with that university. So
the person I all of my hats I got for free. The person that I got the hats from, I can't imagine him buying a bootleg, but
look, we've all bought bootlegs and we thought we were buying something legit.
I would definitely.
It's just weird, and I don't even know why I stopped to look this one up. You'll see what's coming up. So when I got to this one, I'm like, all right, let me check this, and I'm like, wait, LaSalle was founded in 1863. So I'm like, okay. Maybe 1826 was the beginning of something. So I Googled it and nothing comes up with 1826 and LaSalle. So I'm like, I'm stumped. But I'm more stumped by this. Okay, so this is the St. Louis Cardinals hat. You have 3 different things going on here. You have LSU, you have LaSalle, and you have the Cardinals. You have like 3 hat titles all jammed into one. You got NCAA when all the tags are MLB. And so, yeah, this one's a little bit of a hot mess.
Yeah, that is a hot mess.
Yeah. So this is MLB, baseball, professional. Oh, and look at that out of focus picture.
Ouch.
Yeah. But there it is. You know. So yeah. So I thought maybe you copied the LaSalle and forgot to fix it, but there's some things that are different. And so I don't know what happened here. I'm thinking this was a late at night one, and you're like just typing away.
Yeah, maybe I just had too much wine at that point.
That could be it too.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, definitely get this one fixed up because obviously it's the St. Louis Cardinals. It is MLB, and I didn't even read the your description is all 3 together too. Now, I just noticed this item number hat 15. Is that for you?
Yes.
Okay, don't put that in your description. That's only going to cause problems. There's many places that you can do that. So let me pop back into mine here for a quick sec. So you have two places you can do it. You can do it in the customs field, which is searchable, or you can do it in the notes field, which isn't searchable, but is way more, it'll show up. So for instance, when it sells, that's a note from a customer. I want to find one of my notes. Thank you. Be well. Okay. This CD is from my collection I call CD's Nuts. So that's the notes field. So that's where you would, once you list it, you go and add hat number 15. Or this custom label here, where on this one is just this self-generated number, you could put hat number 15 there too.
And that's like when you're actually doing like the listing?
Yeah. So the custom labels, when you're doing the listing, the note is after the fact. So when let's pretend whatever comes up first is what I just listed in my actives. So whatever we see first, and say, come on, slow eBay. You can come with me. Do it. Alrighty. Thanks, eBay. It's trying. I see it's still, there we go. All right. So as you can see, I've got this cross post in Macari. So let me skip to one we don't have any notes on. There we go. Okay. So when I click on the little checkbox next to it, or I can actually do it right here, edit note. So I could put hat number 15, save. Now, when I do that, things like this, I usually do it like I copy and paste it like 4 times. So it really stands out because hat number 15 is it's fine. But if I did this, now you want me to sign in? You son of a bitch.
But okay, so you can only do it on the side there, or can you do it when you're actually doing the listing as well?
Not the note. The note you got to do after the fact.
Okay.
But the custom item field you can do when you're listing.
Okay.
And that's searchable. What I like about the note as opposed to the custom item, it shows up in a yellow line underneath when you sell something. So it catches your eye. So anytime I do my cross posting, I'm like, oh, it's sold on eBay. Oh my gosh, that's on Depop. That's on Etsy. I got to go get rid of it.
Oh, no, good too, because then I don't have to actually go into the listing to find out where it is.
Yep. All right. So let me get back to this. So this is one of I sell my buddy Ron's records for him. So what I typically do is write Ron's records. Ron's records. Why is it not typing? This is okay. There we go. And then I just copy it, and then I paste it, and I paste it, and I paste it, and I paste it, and I paste it. So then when I save it like that, then it sticks out a lot more. See how long it is now?
Okay.
Ron's records, Ron's records, Ron's records. Hat 15, hat 15. Yeah. So that way, it's not in your description. It's not muddying it up. You're just getting to the facts of your description. And then you, for yourself, can do it one of 2 ways to see your notes. Oh, Kevin's got all his updates caught up. Oh, I'm so jealous, Kevin. I got 1,000 to do. Well, like I said, my assistant's got 1,000 to do.
I thought I had my updates caught up. I got a lot to do.
Okay, so what 2 words are you missing from this title?
No. All right. So being originally from San Diego, I'm missing San Diego, and now they're in are they in Las Vegas?
No, they're in Los Angeles. The Raiders are in Vegas.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So what's funny is you're from San Diego, and that's what you're missing, San Diego.
and I know it, yeah, but
yeah, and it's not even in your item specifics. And it's not in your description, so it's nowhere. But when a team does move, especially when it's rather recent, because right now, if I had a Raiders thing, I would put Oakland and I would put Las Vegas. On this one, I would do San Diego and LA for sure, because this hat doesn't even really say. So you're covered, whether it's a Charger, San Diego, or LA. So definitely make sure to get that in there.
Okay.
So we did that. We did that. Okay. Not only do we have a policy violation, which color dress are they getting?
Yeah. I did
look, how many customers don't get past picture 1? If a customer is expecting, they're going to expect one of 2 things. Oh, I want the blue one, or I thought I was getting 2 dresses. Yeah, you don't set yourself up for A, unhappy customers, and B, just failure, because you're gonna have that customer too who's like, I'm gonna game the system. I see this hot mess of a listing, and I'm gonna demand a second dress.
I did put in the description that the photo was used as fit, but I see what you're saying. Absolutely. Yep.
And then this one, the picture again and the jacket are two different colors. So again, the brain remembers what it wants to remember. And so the customer's like, I thought I was getting like an off-white color. What's this dark gray thing? You know? So not that all customers are dumb, but you really, really, really have to write your listings for the lowest common denominator. And that's just a fact. People don't read. I've done it myself. People don't read all the way through. They don't look at the pictures all the way through. And so that's why the condition box, which you use really good, is important, because it saves our butt when a customer is mad. Like, hey, man, I wrote all this out. I have the great pictures.
Okay.
Okay. How was this, an early listing or was this a current listing?
That was like one of my first cassette listings. And actually, I probably need to add them to my other group and group them together.
All right. So I'm going to put my mom on the spot. Mom, what's wrong with this title? Let's see if my mom can pick it out. Because if you didn't watch earlier today, Nadine and I did a blue box unboxing, and I had bought I did a box of 30 band shirts, and Nadine's knowledge of music is very weird. She remembers specific small things, and then she doesn't know who the lead singer of Van Halen is. So it's quite fun to do bands with her. So let's see if my mom is still paying attention and still watching. And then if mom doesn't answer, anyone else can answer in the chat. What's wrong with this title? But other than the stuff we've talked about, your listings are very nice and concise and uniform. So I know when I'm kind of looking at your stuff. So that part's good. We just got to fine tune you and get out of the policy violations before you get into trouble. All right, either my mom left or she fell asleep. So Simple Minds is not one word, 2 words. And then you don't need the by the. It's the artist, and then the title, and then the form of media, and then the extras. So I always lead with the artist. So Simple Minds, Real Life, cassette, and then the Virgin, 1991. If there was any numbers, not important. Numbers not important on cassettes. And yeah, cassette doesn't need to be in all caps. Yeah, funny thing was, I didn't even notice the all caps cassette. So good job, Mom and Sabrina. Good job.
So, you know what I did when I first started with like cassettes, because I didn't really know a whole lot about them. I would like look up solds, and whichever one sold for the most, I would use that one, and I would sell similar. So it would
and I'm glad you said that, because that's what Mom and I are talking about on Sunday. And by the way, Mom, I'm going to need you to do a similar live. So be ready. Oh yeah, yeah. What's that rare weird comma by itself after the word pop? No use for that. So make sure all that's out of there.
Okay.
But I think you got better, because there's not enough light on this cassette, but I could tell when you got better, because the rest of your cassettes are like spot on all the way through. All right. So you were supposed to list a record and you didn't, but you did list a CD. I noticed that.
I did.
All right. So let's take a look. This is on the fly. I didn't have a chance to look at it. Okay, this is an okay picture. You don't really need it, but if this is still sealed across the top, that's a good picture. So that is cool. All right, Rock of Ages, original Broadway cast recording CD. All right, so what, instead of doing a new and sealed in the title, because you've already picked it as new in your item description, I would pick one of these songs out of here. Like Final Countdown, it might not fit. Let's see what's shorter.
I Want to Rock.
I Want to Rock might fit. Oh, Sherry might fit. So if you can fit one of the songs in the title, get rid of new and sealed. You can put, because you already have it as new. And so with new comes sealed. Let's see here. Yep, brand new. So good. And you got the info by plugging in the barcode. All right. All this stuff is dandy, but you don't need it all. Because, of course, too, this isn't something rare. So someone who wants the soundtrack to the Broadway musical Rock of Ages, they know what they're buying. It isn't like they're wandering into it blindly. So I'm going to try and save you some time.
Okay.
I have nothing in my descriptions, especially if the info is in eBay's database like yours is. If there was a promo marking, I might throw that in the description, or sometimes I don't write anything. I just move on because I've done so many. I'm like, okay, how do I quicken this pace? So when it's not rare and there's nothing really to talk about other than the norm, I don't talk about anything. I just move on.
Okay.
So you can do all this. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm going to try and save you some time.
Oh, I just copied and pasted.
And that's good. And that's good. Yeah, that's another good question. You do have a lot of low price things. Now, I do see you only have 116 feedback. So, I don't hate low price things because we need to build this feedback up. So low price things will hopefully get some quick sales and then turn into quick feedback. Now, if you had 19,000 feedback and you're listing $3 things, unless you had 1 million of them, I would say don't waste your time. But right now, it's good.
And when I first started, I wasn't thinking about actually grouping items together or didn't have enough items to group together. So actually I was telling Jason earlier today, picked up a huge lot with the albums, movies and CDs. So now I can take my movies and I can regroup them, put them in a batch together and put them up for, $20 for 4 or 5 of them. So it was a start. I was trying to branch away from the clothing because that's what I'm comfortable with. And
that's good. I'm glad you are. Now, here's the mistake you're making on the DVDs. You're leaving the crappy titles that eBay gave you automatically.
Correct.
So here we have parenthesis, comma, dash, dot, because the damn title is so long, eBay ran out of space for their own titles. So this is where you've got to clean it up and fine tune it. So everything else is fine because all the information is there and you didn't write too much. But Dogma, the same thing. Parenthesis, comma, dash, comma, parenthesis. Get rid of all that crap. And obviously, there's not even this title's not even full. But of course, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, get those in there.
Okay.
The famous people in the movie. The fact this one's sealed is great. And Kevin Smith is a very famous director. So I'd probably work Kevin Smith in the title too.
Okay.
Okay, you got the director, so that's good. And you got Matt Damon, so work some of the other Alanis Morissette's in this movie. She plays God. So I'd put Alanis Morissette in your title because most people might not know. And so if you're an Alanis fan and you've never seen this movie, you don't know she's in the movie. So hook the Alanis fans. Okay, I assume this pen works, yeah?
It does. Well, yes.
Okay, another great video. Because no one else can do that. And when you do a picture of a pen, don't do it this way. Go corner to corner so you fill the whole screen. Like that.
Okie dokie.
But this will be something. Do you have a good modern phone?
I was going to get the iPhone 11, but we know on November 6th, finally, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is coming out. So I will be there.
Okay. So with that Pro Max, you're going to have the most amazing camera. So you'll be able to absolutely take a very nice video of the Titanic going up and down.
Yeah. Because as soon as I realized I really wanted another phone, I was like, you know what? I'm like, it's 6 more months till it comes out. And then it's another month delay. So
see, Nadine's pop culture knowledge is so weird. It's like the one movie that she knew Alanis Morissette was God in. But yet she didn't know that David Lee Roth was the lead singer of Van Halen earlier today. All right. See, I can tell this is much more up to date. Great picture, good quality, good title. Boom. Well done. Tapes have been tested. So did you listen to this whole thing?
I did not listen to the whole thing.
You just spot tested it?
Correct. So I played, fast forward, played, fast forward.
Had you ever heard Scroll Nut Zippers before?
No.
And what'd you think?
Probably wouldn't be in my daily genre.
All right, because I love this album. I love this band. We saw them last year at one of the pools here. So I was like, oh, you listened to the whole thing. I wonder what you thought. Great squaring up 3 things. I love this. Good pictures. So everyone, this is a great example. Don't make a long line of 3 things. Make them into a pyramid, which when you take a picture makes a really nice squared up picture. So good job.
Thank you.
Good job. And nice photo. Really nice photo. I can see when I do these star reviews, I can see where you started and where you're at, because I'm like, yikes. And then I get to this and I'm like, okay, I now see the progression from the first pair of shoes to the one I did last week, so I can see it happening, which is great. I love to see the experience make the listings better.
So believe it or not, the plant was actually in that photo. I used an app to white everything out because I have been trying to correct my photos on eBay. So
are you using the eBay background removal or something else?
I'm using something else.
Okay, good. Because I do not like the eBay background removal. I feel it messes up the items and they look a little off. They look a little like they're missing a chromosome.
Am I allowed to tell you what I'm using?
Sure. What are you using?
Photo Room.
Okay. This looks good. And I could tell it wasn't the eBay one, because the eBay one I don't think is quality. This is all right.
Yeah, it's Photo Room and it's like free.
I like it. So good job, and good job. Yeah, I like it. Good pictures. You said your price is good, your shipping's good. And I even checked your international, and it was right on what I do. And I totally see you're working on your item specifics. And so I'm like, yay. Yeah. And that was it, really, because I just had a few more when you had the
stock photo. That's something I really have to work on. As soon as I saw that you were talking about the item specifics, that's what I changed my focus to. And I did all of them. At that time, I think I had 650 listings. I did all of them. And then all of a sudden, it was telling me that I had more. And I'm going in and I'm like, oh my God. I just did these. I'm so confused. So they added different things to the item specifics. So I just finished them again. Except for some reason, my all the music and my movies, the DVDs, even though I have the blue dot, they're still showing that something's not.
Yeah, it's going to be this hot mess for a while, but there will be a point where it won't be a hot mess. It's got to get through the hot mess stage, and then we'll be good. And my assistant, we do it in InkFrog, and I wish they would, but they don't have the blue dot in InkFrog. But she does enough of the same kind of stuff, whether it be clothes or records, whatever, that she knows I need to do all these, and then I'll get to have the blue dot, because I spot check her, and she always has it. So she doesn't even see the blue dot, and she pulls it off. So it can be done. I know it's a little bit of a headache, but Jane, there's the width in the description. So the only time I would put the width in the title is if it was not the norm. This is the norm. If you had a very narrow shoe or a very wide shoe, I put in the title. Other than that, if it's just middle of the road, just put it in your item specifics. All right. So before we bid you adieu, let's do some records.
Okay.
Let's see what you got. I'm always excited.
This is the one I was going to list. And upon trying to take photos of it, realized it wasn't only the wrong record, it was the wrong records. So there's more than one in here. So this is the one I was going to put up for you.
All right.
And inside this lovely cover is actually both records to Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever. Sorry.
Yep.
So I was trying to pick one. And of course I picked one. And then of course ran out of time. So
Golden Platinum Volume 2. So let's see what's on the back there. I can tell most of those people by the front. Yeah, very very dwippy top 40 from the 80s.
After a full day of going through all of these albums, it gave me a lot of anxiety to realize that it was a learning process to say the least. I could not find this on eBay at all. I didn't find it on Amazon at all, but I did find it on, what is it, Discog?
Discog, yeah.
There's one selling in the US for $681.
Yeah, I'm going to guess most of these compilations are going to be like that. Most of those K-Tail compilations.
So this was the oddest one I found.
Yeah, Mormon Tabernacle Choir put out a lot of records. I don't think any of them are things that people look for.
Nope.
What's this?
This is Joan Baez.
Oh, Joan Baez?
Yeah.
I don't know that record.
And there's 2 records in here. I think I looked it up. I think it's like $10. There's 2.
Now, make sure on that one, I think it's always been a 2-album release, but sometimes they were single, then they become a double. Yeah, so if you end up doing she's very folky. So if you end up having a bunch of folk stuff, that would be good in that lot.
Sound of Music.
Yeah, there's probably about 743 million of those in existence.
Correct.
Along with South Pacific. Richard Torrance and Eureka. Well, you found something I have never heard of.
I think this one was like selling for 15.
Richard Torrance and Eureka. Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a Eureka moment with my wine right about now. Very stressful day going through these.
They had a lot of music. All right, so let me pop over to All Music and see if there's anything about them. Wow, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums. But so you would think someone with 5 albums would have some information, but All Music doesn't even have a biography on them or anything. That's crazy. But all right, cool. See, I learned something. Learned a new artist tonight. Oh, I've sold a lot of Bert Camford stuff. Definitely lounge type music. Is that sealed or just have the cellophane on it still?
This is sealed.
Nice. See, that's the kind of thing that if it was used, I'd probably pass, but sealed for sure. Someone will pay you a decent amount of money for that one.
Yeah, she just had bins and bins full, and to be honest with you, I was, after touring this woman's garage,
I'm on tour.
How much for all of it? I'll just take all of it, take my chance, and
so let me see the back of that one. I think it has hold it up a little higher. I want to see the songs in the bottom. And the writing's too small. That one has the great version of Love Stinks, I think. J. Giles Band Live. Hold on. J. Giles Band Live there. Live Full House. All right, that is not the one with the good Love Stinks, but that's a great album. And not going to be a big seller, but that's a great album. So if you have a record player, put that on. That's a good album.
I don't. I'm going to have to get one of those.
All right. Ooh, Johnny Guitar Watson. So what's that one worth? That one would excite me.
This one excites you?
Yeah.
This is good.
What did you look at the worth of that one up?
I think so. Like the I don't think any of them were over like $15, $20.
But you know, $15, $20 on a bunch of records when you buy a collection is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, what else you got? Is the band Holiday?
Yeah, I did find it.
I love all these 70s stuff that I'm just like, what is that? On Warner Brothers Records. Man. Oh, there they are, Holiday. Oh, it's America.
Huh?
The band America. Ah, Kevin, do we have a common ground in music? Which would be so weird because Kevin and I usually are not when it comes to pop culture. But yeah, Jay Giles, hell yeah. That would have been in every one of my great aunt's record collections because all my great aunts were Italian.
Yep.
That's what we call your grandmother's record collection. I don't think I've ever seen that ink spot one before. Let me look that up. Spotlight on the ink spots. Spotlight on the ink spots.
Of course, the first like 3 albums that I saw in the bins were Chicago, Pat Benatar, and I think of Barry Manilow. And I was like, I'm just not going to go through 200 of these right now.
All right. Sadly, the ink spot one is not exciting, but it would go good if you had, a group of oldies like that.
Which I have plenty.
Yeah. Huh. Man, I didn't think you'd be telling me this much. New bold found. New bold found. What in the...
Do you see how stressful my day was?
Didn't even show up on Discogs.
I did see there is one on eBay. I saw it.
I'm shocked there's nothing. Oh, there it is. Larry Gore is the artist. Yeah, I was figuring it was comedy. I'm guessing it's comedy. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's good. Good. I'm learning things. Engelbert. Yep. Grandma's record collection.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them, so I figure I'll just group them and blah blah blah. And then Connie Francis.
Connie Francis, Italian favorites. Yeah, that would definitely have been in my great aunt's collections.
Yeah, and some greatest hits.
Now, is that just cellophane or is that sealed?
It's just cellophane.
Okay, keep it on there though. It adds to it. All right, so no major home runs, but good groupings can be had, especially those with a cellophane on them. Not always, but typically the vinyl is going to be in better shape because those people who didn't take the cellophane off tend to keep better track of their stuff. So good, fun collections. So if you get stumped on something, drop me a note. I'll be happy to help. But I'm like, all right, I gotta look up a few things now. Who is Larry Gore? and who was another one we just looked at that I was like, what? I know my ink spots.
Oh, wait.
Oh, it was the Richard Torrance and Eureka. Yeah, I gotta go do some research on that. To have 5 records and not have a biography of some sort on allmusic.com just doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's enough content to put out 5 records.
Yeah, I wish, because I bought these before you had your first vinyl video, and I wish that I would have watched that before I chose to pick these up. But I mean, at most, I paid 30 cents a piece for them, so I'm learning.
All right, so the style says power pop and southern rock. And I'm guessing they fit under the same veil of like Skinnerd and 38 Special and Marshall Tucker. And I love Southern rock. So I am going to go watch some Richard Torrance and Eureka on YouTube. I'm going to learn myself right now just because of you. See? I don't think it's Leslie Gore's brother, but you never know. You never know. All right, cool. So we're back in the swing of things with Star Reviews. The next one will be on Monday night next week. And don't forget, tomorrow is our guest expert of the month. Ginny is back to teach us about all the Santa Clauses that aren't called Santa Claus around the world. So things that you're going to look at and go, that's a Santa Claus? I passed that up 100 times. So look forward to that. So that's tomorrow at 5 p.m. East Coast, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. And then Thursday night, Thrifty Business. Mom and I are on Sunday. So all kinds of good stuff this week. Thank you very much for being the guinea pig tonight. And keep up the good work. For the most part, well done.
Thank you.
Well done. All right, everybody. Thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow with Ginny.
Thank you so much, guys.